to Sketchbook Share December 2016. It's taken me a really long time to finish the sketchbook. I've had a lot of crazy stuff going on, but thank you so much for bearing with me in the meantime. You'll notice that I did change something. I dyed my hair. It's a lot darker now because I wanted to do a fun change, so I really enjoy that. But this sketchbook was really more of a exploration for me. I don't have as many like completed pieces, which is good, and I can't wait to get started on this new sketchbook that's going to be a little bit bigger so I can explore more variations of sketching. But until then, I will share with you the last bit of this watercolor Canson sketchbook. So as some of you may remember, this is not the last page I left my sketchbook on, but it was the watercolor werewolf piece that I did to review some watercolor items that were sent to me. They were the watercolor pencils. But when I was feeling a little silly, and Ari, my roommate Ursula Decay, also known on the internet, she's an amazing artist and my bestie, she has a bunny called Winston, and we joked around about him just being this mean fluffy bunny to Pudge, and then Phoebe is my dachshund and she's just always crying, so I just wanted to do something silly and doodle them that night, just some nonsense. And sometimes, you know, it's really good. Like, I actually really like this. These are actually a couple of studies for Cat the Bat, so they're more along the lines of like pencil studies, like face shape and realism, and then like maybe some other creatures in her world. And as I was telling you in my last video, my sketch shop video, that I was wondering if I was going to put her in a bat form, I decided that I was not going to, because I was like, nah, I don't really like that it looked cartoony, and I like the fact that she is a bat already. She's already a bat, so she has no reason to turn into something that she already is. This is another page where like I was just doodling. I doodled myself, witch portrait, do a little Goku, and then I did a little Sally because it was right before Inktober and I was really excited for that, and I think this is a cute little doodle. But I've learned to like, I can cover my sketchbook in like different sections. It doesn't have to be like, I've been looking at other artists like Jacqueline DeLeon and Audra Claire and just pretty much everybody else, and they don't always like just fill one page with like a completed finished thing. That's the point of a sketchbook, is to practice and just expand. This is when we first were learning that Lady Gaga was coming out with her new CD, Joanne, I was incredibly inspired. So I just did this quick little watercolor portrait with the brush markers, the colored brush markers, because I was really inspired by it, and I actually really do like the CD. I think it's different and it's fresh, and country is not my favorite music, but you can tell how happy she is, and it's always cool to do something different. I love seeing different things from her. This is another all over the place sketchbook. I doodled Scooby-Doo, and then I forgot that when I went to put a color wash on him, that the ink that I used on him was not water soluble. So, and then I did a little Lydia sketch, and then I did a Constantine sketch, and then I made some notes for myself about what I didn't like about it. I need to stick with more simple shapes for the faces, and the eyes are too big, although that is like kind of like part of my style. I make the eyes too big, but maybe I need to find a medium in which I make my eyes big, but I like it. I'm not sure. No expression. I don't know. I feel like, you know, I just drawing drab. Nobody has any expression. Nothing's really going on, even though this is just practice, but it's just notes for myself. Now here, I was feeling inspired, I don't know why, by Dragon Ball Z. I think, I don't know, saw something, but I love Dragon Ball, love Dragon Ball Z. I'm really excited for Dragon Ball Super. It's been, you know, a childhood favorite of mine, so I wanted to draw like, and I also really dig the fact that they're with dinosaurs, and dinosaurs are my absolute fave. So easy concept here. I wanted to draw like Bulma, out with some dinosaurs, and you know, I had fun doodling this and like making a little background and doing a couple extra things. But then I decided I could probably do better than this. Like, I wasn't really happy with, you know, everything. And I'm not saying it's a bad drawing. I'm just, I want to do something. I want to try it again. Kind of like, you know, if you draw things a couple of times, maybe it doesn't work out the first time, but then the second time, you know, it could come out better, and I have a feeling I can make something better. This was another experimental sort of page in the sketchbook in which I drew and then inked the unicorn mermaids based on the Unicorno Mermaids by Tokidoki. I got one because they're so cute, but as many of you know, I have a bunch of unicornos around my house. How could I not? They're my favorite. But again, these are blind boxes, and I wasn't thrilled with like the color palette for this one, so I decided I wanted to do like sort of maybe my own take on them. But I had a lot of fun, and if I zoom in for you, you could see that I was testing out shading and coloring them with colored pencils on top of the watercolors. So that was another experimentation thing I had going on for the sketchbook, which I thought was successful, and I really liked it. This you might recognize from a page in one of my videos. This I was sketching out, I didn't know what to do, but I'm like, I need a sketch, I need to draw something. So I drew Claire from Jurassic World with like the raptors for a second, and then I really got into playing Kingdom New Lands, and I'm like, oh, I wanted to draw that, and then I wanted to practice inking again. This is leading up to Inktober, so I was really wanting to practice. I really like how the horse came out and kind of how I made the ink lines in that too, so that was different. This is when I took classes for Skillshare, and I was supposed to do something different every day. Again, nothing perfect, just being loose, trying different things, random marks, drawing something right in front of me. I have this amazing, from my collab that I did with Jennifer Tran, I have this amazing Triceratops piece that she made, and so I was like, oh, I'll draw the Triceratops, and then this guy kills me because I have these, this is my pencil holder, one of many, but I have two actually that I keep all my pencils in. And they're these weird little owl things that my mom gave me years and years ago, and I've never gotten rid of it. So they kind of reminded me of Angry Birds. So I just experimented on this page, and you know, again, every page that you have is not going to be perfect. It's not going to be beautiful, and that's okay. It's a sketchbook. It's just, these are all random supplies, random doodles. They're not my best. It's not a finished piece, but that's okay. It's really hard to flip through your sketchbook as an artist and be like, oh yeah, this is awesome, and then you flip to this piece and you're like, but that's okay, because you're not going to have an amazing day every single day. Again, bad day. I was just trying, I was like, this was right after Inktober. I didn't quite know what I was supposed to, it was funny because every night I was like, have to make something, have to do prompt, and then after Inktober I was like, alright, I'm going to give myself a week off after drawing for 31 days, and then I was like, what do I draw now? Because I was drawing every day, so I wondered if like I had run myself dry, so I just drew like a portrait of a dude, couple of like portraits of people, playing around with the ink and such. But it was weird, and I started getting discouraged, and I'm like, no, I was on such a ride, I was doing so good after Inktober. And then again, I don't know if I've said this plenty of times before, great saving grace for you when you don't know where to go quite with your art is to revisit things, like revisit other things that have made you happy, like whether it be music or movies, or maybe it's an old piece that you were really happy with, and figure out what it is you liked. And I did these many these many watercolors. They're still in my shop actually. It's of Cat the Bat and like her newer version of where she started to evolve from. And then it's this young monster lady that she actually was a sugar skull, but I plan on having, sorry, Phoebe is drinking in the background. She's very thirsty like a camel. But I planned on having the Madame Miss Reaper that I made for Inktober, I planned on having her eventually as a character as well. So I wanted to keep like the Sugar Soul girl with like the weird eye and her flowers that was in her hair, and I really liked her design and such. So I made her like a Cyclops instead, and I thought that was really cool. I'll get more elaborate with their designs, but for now I was just experimenting, and again I was just playing around with my Copics and testing them out with textures and layers and where I could get, and the brush markers and coloring things with brush markers that are colored instead of just black. This is a nice experimental page that I'm actually happy with. I drew a little itty bitty Vulpix on here just to warm up. This is a old self-portrait. I was using it, you know, just I wanted to do something simple. It was for me to clear my mind and such. And again, experiment with the Copics and colored pencils, and I had a lot of fun. Now I have to redo it because I dyed my hair. But that's okay. I always end up not liking my self-portraits like immediately after I make them, so. And this is an old character. I'm sure you guys have seen him before in my old sketchbook shares, but this is Zephaniah. He's my tabletop character. He's part of the same universe that Ari's characters, Oliver and Veruca, are from. He's with the 13 Coffins, and he has a number, he's the 7th one. He has a number 7 tattooed. I've been getting around to trying to hash him out more, but there are other characters that I kind of want to do more with. And then another night I just wanted to doodle, so I actually got Yoshi's New Island, or on the Nintendo 2DS. When I wasn't feeling well and when I was sick with anxiety, to clear my mind, I was playing like games on my phone, and then like, what am I doing? I have this Nintendo DS. So I got like Shovel Knight, and I got Yoshi's New Island, and I love Yoshi, and so again I wanted to practice with the Copic markers and then with different inks, and I had a lot of fun with this page. Just a nice experimental page. They're fun, so some of them turn out good and some of them don't, you know, and that's the whole point of doing it, is just to discover. This I did of Skelly Dude. I was really reaching a breaking point with my anxiety, because I had to, it was basically like, it's been about like a month. It was like a month where I was waiting for the meds to kick in and seeing what was working and checking out my doses of medication that they were giving me. And I just was like getting really worn out. And then when I finally started to feel good, like I just wanted to draw and again practice with the Copics. And then I'll zoom in here so you can see like the textures and such that I was able to achieve. But I tried with the Copics, I used a little bit of the brush pens, and then I also used the colored pencils to do Skelly Dude. I want to kind of figure out like an official ref and storyline for him too, but again, I'm not necessarily sure that's necessary. But maybe just like a little more something cool for everybody in case they want to draw him, or like just to have. But I really actually enjoyed this piece, and it was very expressive, and I had a lot of fun making it, which is of course very important. This is from my last sketch chat. Obviously I'm trying to really fine-tune Cat the Bat. You can see again, kind of like before, I was trying to really get her portrait right and the style that I want to draw her in. This is really close. This is really close. I commissioned Munby or Munru on Twitter or Instagram to do a portrait commission for me, because she's such a sweetheart, and I love supporting, of course, other artists, and I always will. And I loved her style, and she drew her version of Cat the Bat, and she inspired me so much, and I'm like, I need to get my stuff together. I need to figure out what I need to do to this character. I need to do something, because I've always wanted, like, I'm like, there's more here, there's more potential here. The colors aren't right because I was using the Copics to experiment, because I wanted it to be quick, even though the sketch out was an hour long. But figuring out her style, her face, her body, her gestures, her role, her personality, and just trying to figure everything out. I know for sure that she does not like being stereotyped into people thinking that she's a vampire just because she has fangs. So she has bat wings. She is a bat. She doesn't turn into a bat. She's already a bat. She's a monster, and she's not a vampire. She's actually a fruit bat. which is what I've come up with her for sure, for certain so far. But yeah, it was great experimenting and talking with you guys as always on Sketch Chat, and I really liked making her. And the very last piece, dun, da, 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 is Sombra from Overwatch. I've been waiting so long to splurge on myself and get a PlayStation 4. I've waited years. I just recently went out on Black Friday, like not Black Friday, like Thursday night after Thanksgiving, and I was like, Mom, I need to go to Walmart right now and get this bundle because it's gonna be gone tomorrow. So I did, and then all the PS4 games were like on sale, like way on sale. Overwatch, Bloodborne, Fallout. I got those games, and then I was like, I really want to play Overwatch, and I did, and it's like been consuming me, but it's so fun. Sombra's a lot of fun. I really like her design, obviously, because she's my she's like my color palette of choice, but Farah has become my go-to gal. Farah is pretty much my fave, and then if need be, I will switch to either Sombra or McCree. But I am still a noob, tried to play online with people of the same level as me, and got my booty handed to me. So now I'm just continuing to practice with the AI as I have been, and then increasing the level slowly but surely. But this was so much fun, and I'm definitely going to draw more characters because I love it so much, and their designs, and the game is just, it's so beautiful, and I love the life and the time that Blizzard put into it. But that's it. That's it for this sketchbook. This was my first Canson watercolor sketchbook, and they are now available online. Somebody found it, but I believe, golly, I think they're either on Blick or Amazon. I'm so sorry, I don't know which one. But this is it for this sketchbook, and I'm really excited to be done and move on to the next one and learn new things. I hope you guys enjoy this video. I hope you have an amazing week. This is a crazy month for me. Work is going to be really busy, so I don't know the rate of videos that I will be pushing out, but I will do my very best to do those for you and try and figure out what to do, something different, something new. If you guys have any ideas for videos you'd like to see from me, let me know. Leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought of this, and a big thumbs up if you liked it. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.